Hey guys, how's it going? Sorry, I was just looking through some paperwork. I'm trying to get one of the kids' passports done tomorrow, and I was just digging through some paperwork to try to make sure I found everything that I needed for tomorrow. Sorry guys, I lost track of what I was doing here. Alright, I think I found everything. Oh, Lord. Oh. How's everybody doing? Some people are saying A and D. I'm doing great, Seaphone. How are you doing? So glad to see you. Hey, Mermaid. Hey, Blue Mom. How's everybody doing? Happy Thursday. Are you guys, as kids, out of school yet for summer vacation? Travis is trying out right now for varsity cheer. He's been a wreck all week, so I hope he does okay. We ought to know pretty soon. You were just studying. Hey, Bluey. Good to see you. What are you studying? What part? Oh, did y'all see my little avatar? Isn't she the cutest little thing? Look at her go. I've got another artist opening up another one. I don't know how to quite work her yet, like how to make her to where she has my little logo on her shirt too, but my oldest son wanted me to have a avatar on our YouTube videos. Since I don't show my face very often, I just show practice questions. He said I should have an avatar, so I had an artist on Fiverr design one for us. Now I've got another artist designing one too, so 2 artists. And then I downloaded it tonight and then found some sort of YouTube avatar system that I loaded the pictures in that the artist did, and then added that to OBS, and then added a transparent background, and then there you go. She's added to our little thing. I'm hoping you guys can see her. I don't know. You're studying the urinary and reproductive system in your study guide. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. That area, one big tip for that area. Let me turn on my camera. Yep. If you're in your CPT book and you're in the urinary system, there's no notes in this one because it's 2025 book. But let me get it real quick. Let me get another book. Get another version out over here. Let's see if this urinary has it. Yeah. One big major thing that will definitely help you during your CPC exam is label each page with what body part is being worked on in this area. So if you're at the very first set of codes, which is like 50365, that's all done by the kidneys. Everything on these pages is all kidneys. If your exam question is working on some other body part, if you're repairing some other body part, you're not in the first 3 pages of the CPT book under urinary. Then once you get to codes 50600, you're doing only repairs and working on the ureter. And that's it. And that goes on for 3 or 4 pages. Then you get to codes 51020 and you're working only on the bladder. So if your repair was not on a bladder alone, you might go through the urethra to get there, but if you're not working on a bladder repair, then you're not in these sets of codes. And then you've got a combo code where you're actually doing repairs on the urethra and the bladder both at the same time. That starts with codes 52204, and that goes on for a couple of pages. And then you'll have the prostate at the end. So knowing just even what body part you're working on per page will help you keep straight in your picking out the correct answers during your CPC exam in the urology section for sure. See, because it says it's remote. Nope. Try again. So if we are at the 932 area, Nine, 3, 2. '88, '89, and then '93. And 95 and 96. What are our differences? How do we know? '95 and '96 are under the parent 94 code. So what's going on in 94? This is an interrogation device. Is that what we did?
What was it you would like to show me?
Come here and look. Come here to my computer screens and see. Look at my computer screen. I have an avatar now.
Oh.
She's Little Medical Coding by Jen, and she has my little company logo on her too. I can figure her out. Let me see. Where's my? I'm trying to impress my techie son here. Look at her. Isn't she cute?
That's cool.
And I got her transparent, and she will make all kinds of little sounds. And I hired an artist to draw her, and then I took her drawings and figured out how to insert them into OBS all by myself without John's help, and got her all transparent and got her working when I talk.
That's cool.
Isn't that cool by myself? I'm like, gee now. Anyway, yeah. I think I found your adoption paperwork so that we can get your passport tomorrow. We'll see if I got it all right. But is she cute? All right. Okay. She's has little Star Wars lightsabers she's supposed to be cheering you guys on, but she doesn't stay on it long enough. I got to figure out and play around with her settings. Okay, sorry guys, I got distracted. James, don't forget to put the towels into the dryer for me, and then put away the clean dishes in the dishwasher. All right. So you got, if you think that your answer is these two codes, you have to look at the mama code to see what's going on there. And their mama is the 94. And then 93 is its own mama, and 88 is its own mama. So what's our differences between the 93, the 94, and the 88? Right here, rhythm strip pacemaker evaluation. Which code actually says that? If you're looking in your CPT book, oh, over here, right here, the 94 says it's an interrogation device. 90 days, blah, blah, blah. Says leadless pacemaker. Our 88 says interrogation device, in-person analysis, blah, blah, blah. But the 93 says trans-telephonic rhythm strip pacemaker evaluation, which is exactly what this one says right there. So you know your answer is 93, which is the D. Sorry, let me catch up with chat. Let me get this to another question. Let you guys look at this. And let me get to that. Yeah.
I just wanted to...
No, we don't want to do that. But we do want to do this. And set our goal. Nah. I'm so hungry. They done made a little thing about that little Asian lady. That is so cute. I like that mama lady. I'm so hungry. She's cute. Here we go. What is our 78 modifier? What is that one? That one is unplanned return to the OR. Hey guys, how's it going? Alright, let me check up on chat, see what did I miss. Okay. Hey Carol, good to see you. Your test is scheduled for 5/22. Bless your heart. I hope you do very, very well. Just remember to keep me on your shoulder. Try to pick the cheapest answer as far as numerically, right? And if they give you a difference between 2 codes or 1 code, it's probably just 1 code. Practice those workshops. Since you're one of my YouTube subscribers, membership members, whatever they call them now, you've got access to all those workshops. Happy Thursday. I stopped in to tell you that I passed my first attempt with an 86. Thank you so much for all your videos, lives, and notes. Your guideline notes were a lifesaver. Yay! Thank you so much, Happy. I'm so proud. That is awesome. That is wonderful. She's been in here watching my videos for a long time, so that is great. That is awesome to hear. I just took a picture of that. Yay! I'm going to pin that one. That's great. B because it describes post-op. She was brought to the operating suite, so she's not technically post-op. We did a surgery today. I mean, I don't know. We did this today. She's experiencing a lot of blood in her chest tubes post a cabbage. So she's an unplanned return back to the OR because of this cabbage is leaking. Yeah. One of her rerouting of the veins to her heart chambers, was leaking blood out. Yeah, it needed to be researched. Yep. So we definitely need that 78 modifier. What about this maze procedure? Play around with the settings on this lady. All right, what do we think about this one? Are we at 54, 55, 56, or are we at 59? Thank you for the tappy taps. Hey, Go-Kart, good to see you. I know I need to make some practice questions for today and get those emailed out. Test exam, not manager, not player, exam view, generator. That's what I need. JB, go. And we're going to do digestive system today. Create a new exam, 5, 15, 25. Digestive. Yep, let's do 10 questions. Save that to export. -15-25. Here we go. What's everybody got? I don't see anybody on TikTok putting in their different answers. Let's check YouTube and see what you guys have put into chat. If I can find it. Here we go. Sorry, guys. My thing is being fussy on me. You come here then. If you're not going to go there, then you need to go here. There we go. All right. Hey, Mermaid. Thank you for joining the YouTube membership.
Moxie has become a member.
That's awesome. We've got everybody saying answer C for this one. Indeed, we are C. Perfect. Yes, welcome to the YouTube membership. It is awesome. And we're going to be getting new CPT books again in October, and that will be here before long. And you guys will get to watch me redo my notes during that time. That'll be crazy. All right. What about this mitral valve repair? What do you guys think? Run to the differences of your CPT codes. Look for your similarities. I like the fact that B and C have the same answer as the second code. So that would make me want to go look up my differences between the 33426 and the 33430 first. Go look at those headers, see what's going on, make sure we're under the correct valve, because some of the procedures are tricuspid or pulmonary. So make sure you're under the correct valve. What do you guys think? Cheering you on. Got those little red pink lightsabers up. It's too funny. You can type in chat whatever you guys think is the correct answer. Thank you for the 400 taps on TikTok. Thanks for sharing out the live. Also, Autumn, thank you for the rose. You were awesome. Our 334. Yep, our mitral valves, I have them color-coded as green. My tricuspids are pink. My pulmonary are blue, of course. So you know you can only be in the code set from 33418 to 33430 because those are the only ones that are mitral valve. And then we also did an aortic valve. And your aortic valves semilunar is another AKA term that they call for our aortic valves. Those start at the 33361 area. Yeah. Correct, Shelley. B is our answer for this one. Yep. All right. If we are doing a 3-artery cabbage, where are we going to be? We've got our cabbages back here near code sets 33510. Yeah, through 33548. The easiest way to do it is you start off with your venous grafting only with your coronary artery bypasses. And then the next set of codes right here is arterial and venous grafting coronary bypass arteries. And then our last set on the next page is just artery grafting for artery bypasses. So they all have coronary artery bypasses, but these have venous only grafting. These have combo artery and venous grafting, and then this one just has artery grafting. So first find out if you're venous, artery, if you're combo, artery and venous, or if you're just artery. Then you'll know which set you're going to be under. The 3-3 and the 3-5 are under our artery grafting for coronary arteries. And then the 3-3-5-10 is under the venous grafting. And our 17 is under the combo, artery and venous. You have two similars, which is A and B, which are both under the artery grafting for artery bypasses. So when you look for similarities, more likely to have an answer A or B, since those two are both very similar. And then would our answer be more likely to be A with one code or with two codes? We were doing chapter 10 last night, which is cardiovascular coding in our AAPC chapter, and it seemed like every single one of them that had a cabbage also had a 33508 last night. They had for the harvesting of the graft, they had that add-on code. It was interesting. Three, 5, 6. What do you guys think? Everybody saying A? A it is. Good job. Move that over here, out of the way. Perfect. All right, what do you guys think here? Not mailing. Looks like we've got a case coming up, so this will be several pages long, but all we need is our available answers. If you were doing the process of looking for similarities, coding irregularities, what do you guys think the answer would be? I like A, C, and D because they all start off with the same CPT code, so I would get rid of B. And then looking at my secondary codes, we've got two of them that have the 25 in them, two of them that have the 30 in them, and then one random that has a 16 in it. I would get rid of the D because it has something in it that no other code has in it. And because I've eliminated D, which has the 25 in it, I would know and probably consider C as being my answer for this one. If that makes any sense. Because C has the same as this one. I don't know. I like that. I don't like the 50 modifier with the 26. Usually our differences between the radiology is unilateral, bilateral, something like that when we move up in the codes. We did left, proximal, and look up our differences between our radiology. 75630. And our 25, they're both angiographies. The only difference is one of them is iliofemoral, lower extremity, and the other one is seriography. And are we low? Are we low? Popliteal's pretty low. Our ilio goes into our popliteal. Yeah. And I mean, if you're super fancy, you can go if you guys are super fancy and you've got my notes in Appendix L, we've got our femoral goes down into your popliteal. And I even have some of the code sets that go with it and your radiology that would go with it right there too, which is super helpful.
Pamela Roberts has become a member.
You can see in all your other areas that popliteal isn't in anywhere near any of these arteries because you're up near the heart or the abdomen. Even in the brain area, you won't see anything that's popliteal. It's just a body part thingy is all. Whoop. Move that sucker out of the way. You remember the popliteal Luke in your knee joint popping? Oh, that's a cute one. I like that one. Use 36200 and 75630 with a 26 modifier for non-selective cath with full leg angio and interpretation. That is awesome. Really cool. Luke is popping his knees. I love that. All right. Come on. Another case. Right here. To our available answers. Just looking at the answers, playing around with the process of elimination, looking for similarities. Codes everywhere. Codes are everywhere. Even the secondary codes are different. Any similarities at all? Okay, how many procedures did we do? 1, 2, or 3? All right, what the heck? What is our 332s under? What's going on with those procedures? 332s are insertion of around the heart stuff, or we can use our fancy chart on page 248 and 249 probably with this. What are we doing? What did we do? We did a reimplantation of a dual pacemaker. And then our, right here, I've got an upgrade. The greens are all insertions. If you're looking in the book, I've got these all color-coded on this fancy chart that we've got. So like our inserts are green, our removals are blue, but our upgrades are hot pink. Permanent is pink, dual is purple, single is orange, subcutaneous is yellow, multiple leads are blue. The right side of the heart is blue, the left side of the heart is green, because some of them only go on the right side, some of them only go on the left. But this one looks like it is going to be an upgrade, or, you know, something else. A reimplantation of a dual. So we have some that are insertions, right? But some of them say that they're for replacements because they have already had a secondary one. This is a subsequent insertion. But they start out with the very first ones right here is the first time they ever had it done. And then you move into when they've already had one existing. Like this third one up here says, or fourth one down says it's an existing. So they've already got one in, and then we're messing around with it, right? So, and then over here we've got replacements, stuff like that. So this is a reimplantation of a dual chamber. So anything we do pick will have to have purple in it, because those are the ones that are dual. Those are all dual. Pacemakers are on this row. Defibrillators are on this one. We're doing a pacemaker, so our answer will be on this column. So what's the first thing we did? We went in to the subfascia. Oops, let me get rid of the screen, the camera. Whoops, wrong one. Get rid of this fancy thing. Get that out of the way. And the first thing we did for today was we went into the subfascia, and the old pulse generator was removed. So when we go back to this little chart, we're going to look for removal, which is my blues, right? And we're going to be looking for a removal of an old pulse generator. And it was dual lead. And that tells me the answer is one of these codes right there. Move that sucker back out of the way. And then with this one, did we put in a different type of pacemaker afterwards? The old lead was removed. We put in a new lead. Got an old ventricular lead that was removed, and then a new ventricular lead was inserted. And when they were satisfied with their thresholds of both the leads were connected to the new pacemaker generator, which was inserted into the previous pocket, irrigated and washed out. So we've got one atrial lead, one ventricular lead, and our pacemaker, right? It's lagging on TikTok. Sorry, guys. I have it streaming on YouTube, and it will be able to be replayed and turn back and rewind. But yes, so what we did today is we went into the subfascia, we removed an old pulse generator, we also removed an old atrial lead, and we put in a new atrial lead. We also removed an old ventricular lead and put in a new ventricular lead. And once they calibrated them, they attached the leads to the brand new pacemaker generator that they had inserted in the previous pocket that they had already made. They irrigated the wound, and there they go. So we definitely did 3 procedures, and if you look here and we go to removal of our dual lead, and then we go to our insertion of our dual lead and replacement of the wires. Good job, Go-Kart. We do get D. D is our answer. Indeed, 35 is our removal. Yep. And our 08 is our atrial and vent. Good job. Good job. All right, what about this one? Presents for, we're back here in the 939s. Are we in the 20s or are we in the 70s? And do these codes get modifier 50? You'll be able to watch the replay and do screenshots or whatever on YouTube. if you just watch the replay. You did this question in your course today? That's awesome. Good job. I hope it was easy. I gotta send out an email real quick. So y'all bear with me just a second. Oops. Let's see. Do that, and we're gonna do five 15-25. Oops. Digestive questions. And where's my desktop? Here. All right. There's our practice questions for today sent out. We got 22 people on, 11 likes, 2 new members to our YouTube channel. Aw. Let's see if my thingy has come back to where I can send out subscriptions. Wrong one. Money. Nope. It still hasn't. What in the world? I gotta go into my YouTube settings or something. Yes, these are 2025 questions. Indeed. Duplex scan of the veins is 70. Awesome. Complete is in that code also. It's not D. Try again. You're taking your exam this week? Oh, that's awesome. Those modifiers mess you up. $939.70. 70 says it in the CPT code descriptor that it's a bilateral study, complete bilateral study. So no need to add that 50 modifier to it at all. C is your answer. Yes, yes, yes. Now, when your answers start out with the same answer, you know your answer is going to be one of those. Don't even bother looking at the other two answers. You just need to know whether this modifier goes there or not. That was the only point of this question. AAPC has a pattern with their questions. Even on their certification exam, if you have two questions that start out with the same code, you know your answer has to be one of those two. It even says it on their website. When you go under how to practice for the exam, they've got that listed. It's one of the techniques. All right. What are we doing here? You know we've got two of them that start out with the same answer. So ignore A and B. Now, what's your difference between these codes? The 21 is in both of them. So is the 20. The only difference is your 18 and 22. So go look up your differences between the 18 and the 22 and pick your correct answer. 963, 936, 36, 18 and 22. No, 22 is an add-on code. 18 is not an add-on code. $21 is an add-on code. 18 is not an add-on code. If you were going to add the 93620 and do a 93618, what is required to be there? You need that 51 modifier to go there because you have two parent codes. Unless they're add-on codes, and then you don't need any modifiers because they're meant to go on and be added to mama codes. So you know that C is your correct answer. It cannot be D because this is another parent code. This one has a plus in front of it, and this one has a plus in front of it too. Two add-on codes. If you were to add those two together, you need that 51 modifier. Thanks, Amanda, for the heart me. That's awesome. I have turned off my one-on-ones because the boys are out of school right now. They just finished school for the summer, and they're going to be home with me 24/7. And then I've got 3 classes of courses that are all being taught all at the same time, and I absolutely hate it. I'd rather be practicing for the CPC exam, but I'm trying to muddle through teaching these CPC AAPC courses, and oh my God, I gotta finish these. And they're all on different levels. Some of them are on cardiology, some of them are on integumentary, and some of them haven't even started yet, so I don't know. I gotta get these people done and get their 12 weeks of teaching finished so that I can go back to my normal routine of practicing how to pass the certification exam. That medical coding course is so much work for you guys for so little payoff. It's a nightmare, I think. But I'll start back up tutoring again in August. The boys go back to school then. If there's an emergency and we absolutely have to have some sort of practice for your certification exam or something like that, just email me and let me know. I can manually put you in and put in an invoice or something, but time is crazy right now. Trying to teach these coding classes, and such an ordeal. This one is C. Everybody got that one? I checked the parentheses. Thank you. I have to get my kiddos down for bed. Awesome, mermaid. Yay. Love you too. Get them babies down. All right, we've got another case, it looks like. Thank you for all the taps on TikTok. I see it just going off. What have we got going on here? Oh my, are we? What are we doing down here? We've got 3 of the answers that are in the 20s, right? 21, 20, and 24. I'd first go see what's going on with those codes. What's my differences? 92920. My first one in numerical order. '21's an add-on code, so I know that one cannot be the correct answer because it's got the plus symbol in front of it. So that one cannot be a correct answer. I can eliminate that off my little wish list here. So my differences between the 20 and the 24, I'm picking on those because they start out with the same number. What's 24? Where are you? Oh, I'm in the wrong code set. No wonder. 92920. I hate it because they're all switched away around everywhere. The wrong spots. All right. Add-on code. Percutaneous versus percutaneous. They're both percutaneous. What's my differences? Did I do an angioplasty or not? And if we look right above our question, we do have the angioplasty. 20 does not have no plasty, right? Or does it? Or does it? Wait a minute. 20 has our angio. It does have an angio. Okay, good. So this one has angio. This one has angio. This one's doing the plasty. This one's doing the ectomy. And this one's doing the plasty. That's my differences. And we did plasty. So we do know that B is our correct answer. Yep. short videos on the process of elimination, especially with modifiers in it. It would help a lot for your exam. Aw. Let's hope we run into some real quick. Whoops. Wrong one. What'd I do with OBS? Bring that sucker back up. All right. We got B for this one. Taking my retech on Saturday. Have any notes for the book for purchase? Yep. Anything and everything you could possibly want is in my store at medicalcodingbyjen.com, but you don't have a lot of time, and it usually takes me 4 months to add those notes to a full book. So if you needed a particular section, you could do respiratory before now and then, you could do E&M before now and then, or anesthesia, but you need to pick smaller sections. There wouldn't be enough time to annotate like cardiovascular or lab and path or the medicine section because those sections are too big. By 15 points. External closure as done using wires, subcutaneous wires. Be sure to practice headers before descriptors. Meaning you need to make sure that you are looking for the body parts before you start coding something in your certification exam. So like in the urinary section. For example, during your exam, if you're here, you know that everything done in these first 3 pages are all done only on the kidney, right? And then the next page is just for the urethra. And then the next set of pages are only for the bladder. So when you have multiple answers, A, B, C, or D, and they're all on different pages scattered about, you need to look for your red headers for your body part. Are you working on a bladder? Are you working on a urethra? Or are you doing a combo code that's doing both of them? Like this set that's under the urethra and bladder. So making sure you're under the correct body part before you even look at the CPT code and its descriptor is a lifesaver. If you're only running from answers A, B, C, and D, and you're only reading the CPT code number and its descriptor, then you're going to fail the exam. You go to the code, yes, but look backwards and look for your red header and find your body part first. Make sure you're under the correct body part, and then make sure you're underneath the correct surgery, which is the blue one. Sorry guys. Travi is, I'm waiting on him to let me know if he made varsity or not, so I'm checking messages like frantic right now. That will help out more than anything, is like if your answers are, A, B, C, or D, you've got to go back and look and verify that you are underneath the correct body part first before you even worry about a code and what its description is. Also, if your available answer happens to be a child code, never look at it to see if you have the correct answer. You always need to go back and look for its parent code. Its parent code will tell you if that's the correct answer or not. So anytime you have an answer that's like right here, you can't look right there to see if that's the correct answer. No way. You got to go look at mama. So finding out how to look at mamas and finding out how to look for body part headers is how you pass that exam. I hope you guys like the little avatar girl. I got to get her to work right with my voice. Sorry. Here's your available answers. Sorry, I was playing around. They won't know till 8:30. Oh my God. They won't know until 8:30 tonight whether they made varsity or not. Oh my gosh. Yes, of course I recommend Pocket Prep on my website. Yep. That's why I've got it there. I have a subscription to Pocket Prep forever and a day. Sorry guys. Bring up the thing. Yep. And my subscription to Pocket Prep, I actually purchased it. Doesn't even run out until like 2027 or something. It's crazy. I still use it. Absolutely. Yes, you can repeat this. Yep. We can go to, let me see. I go here and I go to there. Let me see. Go here. That right there, yeah. Is that right? There we go. So we're at there. Yep, and if we go to my, nope, not that one. We go to my website, Medical Coding by Jen. We go over here to our social media links, and there's my YouTube channel. Yep, YouTube will have home, videos, shorts, live. Live is where the list of all my previous lives are at, and those are all listed with the date on it when I went live. And I try to tell you what kind of practice questions we did that day. Don't forget to go by the shorts page, which has just a ton of practice exam questions, which is super helpful. They're like 10 seconds long. You can do a bunch of practice questions. You can go to the podcast and you can listen to me read out both the ICD-10 guidelines or the E&M guidelines. Go to the post page, and that's a ton of practice exam questions. Just click on what you think the answer is. They're not videos, but it'll tell you what the correct answer is with the rationale. I've got hundreds of those right there, and that's under the post page or community page. If you go to the playlist, that is super helpful. This is where you can go to my old workshops or the CPT book prep pages. Click on the words that say view full playlist, not just to click on the videos, but click on the word view full playlist. When you do that, you'll get the whole playlist up where you can pick out which workshop you want to watch or whatever. So some of them are, you know, E&M only, or cardiovascular only, or integumentary only, or whatever. And then you can do like 75 questions all in one video. Those are great. And then also with the book prep videos, you can do, if you click on the words view full playlist, it'll bring up the whole playlist. Then you can look up just the book prep that you want to do, like just respiratory or just lab and path. Don't worry about the year. These codes don't change very often, and like anesthesia hasn't changed in like 5 years. None of the codes have changed. Even in E&M, where we've had a lot of changes in E&M, you'll still find a lot, 80% of the codes are all the same. Just skip the ones that have been deleted or not in your book, and then move the video forward, and then do the ones that are in your book. But the digestive system, respiratory system, all of those are all there. It's really helpful YouTube site. So I hope this is super helpful. I am so distracted. I got to get off here and see how Travis is doing. He's on his way to walk in the door. Keep your fingers crossed that he made varsity, or he's going to be a devastated little man. Tomorrow we're doing James's passport and trying to do a birthday party for him. He is sweet 16 on the 20th in 5 more days, and I've got to get this passport done before he's 16. And hopefully I will see you guys to do another live for you guys tomorrow afternoon, about the same time. So if everything goes well and James's party has started and I got rid of Travis, I can come back here and hide from the boys doing their little birthday party. So come back for another couple of hours of practice exam questions, and I will try to find some with some modifiers with the process of elimination for you guys. I hope this is super helpful. Thank you guys for all the gifts and the shares and the love and everything else that you guys do for me. Commenting on all the videos and stuff. I hope this is super helpful. Yes, fingers crossed that Travis passed. Yes, yes, yes. We'll know at 8:30 tonight. He's just now leaving practice. Yep, yep, yep. You're very welcome. I'm very happy to help for sure. All right, guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow. You're welcome, Seaside.